Oh, I can't be bothered to get up. Why does summer have to end so soon? Oh. Oh. I just came back from a long walk. Hi guys, Stormboy13. Yeah, I'm exhausted, I am. I just came back from a 4-hour walk. Anyways, well, before I go through to September 2020, where will be the first autumn month, and obviously some of you will be dreading to hear summer will be over, but some of you probably want this to be over so you can get back to what you're doing. Anyways, more on that in just a sec. Last month's prediction, I predicted first half I think was mostly changeable, second half much nicer with potentially a heat wave for the last week. Well, it's sort of been the other way around, although maybe not much in the way of dry weather. It's been, for some places, a soaking August so far. Well, we've had occasional heavy showers or rain, but that's it. No thunder, no lightning. Despite over 9 days of predictions we're going to get these storms, never happened. Probably the most disappointing result I've ever had in my life. Such a bummer, such a waste of time. Anyways, moving on, and I also forgot to mention next week, very different to what I predicted. I think it came 2 weeks early, that heat wave. Temperatures close to average, quite a bit wet, and some changeable weather. So, and certainly, well, at times it'll be very windy. But what will September 2020 bring? Well, actually, this year's been really warm. Apart from July, up until the last 2 days, of course, it actually has been a pretty warm year. Those temperatures mostly, you know, on and off, apart from July, has been warmer than average. And looks like we will be keeping that into September as well. According to AccuWeather, we are predicting a possibility, I know I've said some of these a couple of times before in previous months, there's a possibility in September we may have a very dry month, similar to what we've had, well, possibly the dry September for 6 years. Quite a sunny month as well, but there will be a few cloudy overcast days to come. Not a lot of rain. The predictions are that the only usable rain will be the very beginning and the very end of the month, which means the middle of the month. You may actually struggle to get some decent rain. Well, second half of August could be quite a bit wetter, so but it's just my predictions. It could be wrong, but I have been right a couple of times before as well. But predictions wise, September may be likely to bring a warm, dry and quite a sunny month, so summer may not be over just yet. I doubt we'll see record breaking temperatures, but we may get temperatures every now and again close to the mid-20s. Anyways, I'm going to go through the breakdown week by week. September starts on a Tuesday this year. The last week of August coming up to it, the weather will actually be quite unsettled. Low pressure will be close by, winds westerly to northwesterly, so temperatures will just be close to, or not slightly below average at times, especially when it's raining for quite a considerable amount of time. And I think we will still keep that changeable theme when we approach into the first week of September. This, interestingly, will be when schools properly open back for students for the first time in about 5-6 months, thanks to the coronavirus. So I think the weather probably will be slightly warmer already when we approach into September, but the pressure isn't particularly high at this stage, so it's quite likely the beginning of September we'll keep a showery theme. Occasionally we may see a band of rain, but might be quite breezy as well, but that is pretty typical for September in a way. Some changeable weather, not particularly cold as well. It's only beginning of September, so the temperatures aren't going to be that low. High teens likely, maybe close to low 20s, but expect a changeable theme with sunshine and some showers during the first week of September. But by the first weekend of September, actually not that much different. We still keep the very changeable theme. We could see some pretty heavy rain at times, so probably that might be the only useful rainfall feature this month if you want any wet weather, rain for your garden. So first weekend of September, we keep the changeable theme. The temperatures around maybe close to 20 degrees Celsius, so maybe slightly above average for some eastern parts particularly. But overall, pretty typical theme. Again, maybe possibly quite windy as well. But as we approach into the second week of September, the 7th to the 11th, the pressure will be rising according to AccuWeather. And temperatures will probably start off into the low 20s, but it will gradually rise each day. Probably won't be as high as it will be last month, which isn't too surprising, but temperatures may be quite widely for some places, maybe into the mid-20s by the middle of the second week of September, and actually quite a lot of sunshine out as well. It may start off quite cloudy in some places, but particularly in the afternoon, lots of sunny afternoons, but there's a possibility we may get a few misty or cloudy mornings, which isn't too unusual again for the time of the year. So a taste of summer to return towards the second week of September, and so certainly we're not losing that warmth just yet. I think by the second weekend of September, high pressure is still well and truly in control. It's not really going to change position for several weeks potentially, so we may be in there for quite a long, prolonged dry spell. Second week is most likely that we may see some showers. No, sorry, not showers. Sorry, I don't know why I said that. We most likely see some more cloud building and maybe a sparkle of a light shower, but still predominantly dry, with a lot of places, 97-98% of places will have a dry weekend. But I think likely, particularly towards the eastern parts, we'll see a bit more cloud around. The temperatures may be quite a bit lower, maybe struggling to reach 20 Celsius, whilst towards western areas likely to be the sunniest, and we may keep the dry weather. We'll probably get winds from a southerly to about southeasterly to an easterly directions, which is why the sunniest and the warmest of the weather will be towards the west. And it may stay that way at times into the third week of September. We may get a bit of an easterly breeze, but the pressure is still relatively high, so very few showers again towards the third week of September from the 14th to the 18th. Plenty of dry weather, not completely sunny all the time. I think again western places will have the best of the weather. Eastern parts maybe a bit more in the way of clouds, so temperatures as well possibly might be lowest there, mainly throughout the 5-day average of the temperatures. But there will be some warm days there as well, but I think there will be some chilly days, especially with the cloud lingers. But overall, another very dry week with just a mix of cloud and some hopefully plenty of sunshine around. But by the time we probably approach into the third weekend of September, we may start to see a few showers starting to break out towards the winds will change direction, but we may still keep the high pressure in charge, possibly because of the jet stream changing position. So we may cut off the easterly breeze, and we'll probably get back to a westerly or northwesterly, and temperatures could actually be a bit lower for a time towards the third weekend from the 19th and the 20th. So a few showers in places. It's no washout by any means. A lot of dry weather. There will be some sunshine, but temperatures probably won't be anywhere near as warm by then. Predictably, we'll see temperatures close to the mid-teens, highest temperatures again towards the southeast, so probably a bit of a switch in temperatures there. So, like I said, mostly dry, just a few showers and certainly not as warm. Possibly again, might turn quite windy. The fourth week of September, the 21st to 25th, again, beginning of the fourth week, we may keep a few passing showers, but again, pressure reinvigorates itself. We kills off any showers, gets back in control, we'll be back into the settled weather. The days will be coming a little bit more shorter than the nights, so again we may see some misty mornings, and it could take even longer for it to clear away. But we may go back into the theme of some warm sunny afternoons, and temperatures after a bit of a chilly start will probably rise up again to the low 20s, high teens in many places. So once again, the settled theme will continue into the fourth week. And again, I think we may possibly get a potential blast of warm air throughout the last weekend of September, 26th and the 27th. Again, some places may see a bit of cloud, particularly towards the eastern parts. Western areas will see the best of the sunshine. But it will be quite a warm feel towards the last weekend of September, possibly an Indian summer theme. Temperatures may be close once again. We could get into the mid-20s as we get a bit of a change in the wind directions. But by the time we're likely to get into the last week of September, well, it only goes up to Wednesday, from the 28th to the 30th, likely to be a warm and dry start, but we may possibly see a breakdown. Some heavy showers may break out. We could even see some torrential ones in places, which I think many places would have needed by then after a very dry month. So warm start, but then temperatures may drop by the very end of September back into